427.
Yeah, but at least Persona gives us the best of both.
427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley was happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never...
Oh, I need to bump up that sensitivity. That is a slow camera sensitivity. It's still slow, I bumped up to 8. Christ. What's Siege done to me?
All of his co-workers
even 10 slow.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I've already got a trophy. Just, you can't jump. And then get your first trophy.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted...
So, my subtitle background opacity as well. And my main volume. God.
To stop by the employee
we'll get to that when we get to that.
Just
I'll get
to
to
admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Not gonna go through that door, peasant.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
There is a speedrun trophy. Oh, okay. Scared, by the way. One of my only moderators just came to chat and just said you're a simp.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I'm live streaming because I got bored.
Enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Good jump off the lift.
Someone you forgot.
Is it okay?
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something
also,
bad
every
to
trophy in this game's gold.
Why, I don't know
which
how
is
to
the first time I've ever seen that.
But I
every
really
single
do
one.
want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important.
This is important.
Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
He's trying his best
to get... I still don't think we're communicating properly.
Oh, that teleports you,
Stanley
interesting.
Walked through... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley.
I'm going through the blue door, no one can stop me.
What's out there? You want to find out what lies
I know I'm I don't want to get political, but...
Don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Oh my god, I need to get the ending where I just hit the baby for 4 hours straight.
Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically?
There's like this minigame where he's like, hey, there's this little baby cardboard cutter and it goes towards fire, and
in the
there's
end,
a button.
It was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see.
No, there's something if you press the button for 4 hours straight.
Strange and unknowable
I don't know what, but it happens.
What would have made this game better? What did you
Gotta love Matt Pat for telling me that one.
Skills? Work with me, you give me absolutely nothing so far.
Yeah, and keeping in mind I also need to play the game. We'll not come back to it after 10 years.
Give me some feedback.
Luckily I can cheat that one.
There we go. A third option. This already feels
you can somewhat cheat the Tuesday one, I think, but
I'm going to stop you there. Now,
I'm just going to sit through it just for the fun of it. I'm going to sit here and live stream for 24 hours.
Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices?
On a Tuesday.
Feel free
I'm going to do it this
honest.
Tuesday.
I'm
going to sleep like early on Monday, wake up at midnight and play it till like midnight again. Not even play the game, I'm trying to sit there, because I'll probably be done with the game by then. Please rate your experience. It's a 5,
Aha!
not gonna lie.
You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well,
No, don't
it's
do it. Don't
instinct
jump.
mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say
I
where the idea
can't
came
even
from,
hear
except that
him. I can just hear him being
I
pissed
felt
off.
it in my soul.
What have you done?
You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here,
Me too, but
based
I'm
on the
just doing
data
it
from
any
your
percent.
previous playthrough, I've
I
compiled
don't
a
even
new
have my trophy
version.
guide up.
And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh, you mean the one where you need to knock on the door 4 times and shit? The Stanley Parable worldwide leaderboards. Good old Neil was number 1. Goddamn Neil. Mr. Hayes Equazi. Oh, where am I? X. Just mash it. I'm placed 9,328 out of 3,928. I am on a roll. But yeah, just mash X and you'll get it. I've got 2. I got the jumping one and in the first one. Oh, apparently I don't have friends. Fuck you, game.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
No, it did
Again,
not keep me.
honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You
Oh
click
no,
the
I'm already
button
at
to
the
move him
fucking
back to the
danger button.
right,
What
and if
time
he
is it?
reaches the fire,
Do I
you
secure until
fail.
like half
It's a
one
very
just pressing a
meaningful
button?
game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
No.
This
I don't know, I'm doing whatever the fuck I can. Was that not it? I don't.
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Oh,
Perhaps
no,
he
I
had
wanted to
simply
go in
missed
as
a
blind as
memo.
I could. Where is it? I'll come back. Oh. Okay, I can't do that one yet. There's a trophy for completely closing the game and then opening it up again, but I'm live streaming, so if I do that, it'll just cut it off. So, you know. Gotta look after my 2 viewers. Even though I'm pretty sure one of them's me.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, they changed one of the endings,
Yet there
and I
was not
hate
a
it.
single person here either.
You know
Feeling
the
a
one where
wave
you
of
gotta play in
disbelief,
Minecraft?
Stanley decided to go up to his
They
boss's
changed it.
office. Coming to a
Yeah.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
Like, I
his
get
boss's office.
quirky, relevant. No, but it was funny.
Stepping into his manager's office,
I mean, it
Stanley
was
was
a
once
good
again
change, but I mean, just
stunned
have
to
both.
discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his
I'm just
boss
gonna
had been
beat
keeping
the
from
game,
him.
normally.
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I'm trying to speedrun the story without knowing what I'm doing. Maybe I can get the speedrun trophy as well. I'm listening to the man this time.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Indeed I did.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I don't know if I'm doing the right ending for the speedrun, but I need to do this one anyway. It says the freedom ending for the speedrun, that's the one you need to get. I just don't know if the freedom one's the basic one.
Bore the number of an employee
for actually listening to him.
Stanley's co-workers.
But I'll get one for that anyway.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
What's the door you knock on again?
One of them.
It's like 4:30, right? Yeah.
Where freedom meant nothing.
Also, while you're there, if you close the game completely, load up a new save, you get one.
This mind control facility.
I would do it, but we just cut this shit off. So.
It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Keep going.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
I don't
Never.
know.
It was unthinkable. Wasn't it?
I can't wait to sit there and just fiddle with every single slider.
Had he truly spent his entire life?
Do I need to like save it or anything, or can I just move from 1 to 2 all the way up?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that...
Yeah, but there's a lot of them there. I've just turned the power off. I am that much of a gamer. Didn't even know it. Oh, eerie music. Feel bad, I wanted to enjoy this game and I'm just cutting them off at every opportunity.
And a rising chill of uncertainty.
I'm speedrunning the basic story.
Was it over?
I stopped once to figure out what the fuck the code was.
Yes. He had won.
If I don't get the speedrun trophy, I'll go do it again.
Machine. Unshackled himself
Oh yeah,
from
this
someone
is
else's
the
command.
freedom ending.
Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened,
have you heard about the bucket?
On how many puzzles still lay
the bucket is
outside.
honestly just up.
Where had his co-workers gone?
Who
How
thinks
had
of
he
that?
been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber,
yeah, it's like an
he
AI
realized
dungeon.
none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge.
Like
or
that
even
bucket
power
joke went
that
on
he
for
had
far
been
too long and
seeking,
had far too much to
but
it to just be
happiness.
a normal idea.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Oh god, this is a waste of
No
time.
longer would anyone
I can
tell
see
him where to
trees.
go,
This is like Portal
what to
all over
do,
again.
or how to feel. Whatever life he lives,
I don't think I've
will be
actually seen this ending because everybody I've watched has
was
took the piss
all
and
he
done
needed
everything
to
else
know.
but the actual ending.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Excuse me.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Damn, Stanley was happy. Fucking happier than me. Beat the game, nice. Did I get the speedrun though? Cool, don't think I do. I'm gonna go check real quick, because sometimes they're weird with that. Right, speedrun time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
2, 8, 4,
decided
5,
to go
right?
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Cool. Because that was the one thing I wasted time on. I didn't know what the code was, so I had to wait on him saying it.
He entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a
This
wave
man
of
walks
disbelief,
fast for someone for a
Stanley
sprint
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an coming
I'm
to a
having frame rate
staircase.
jumps.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Am I just moving too quickly for the game, or? Like, 'cause it's just jittering every now
Stepping
and
into
then
his
when I get
manager's
into a new
office,
place.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible.
Okay.
He didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
They know what I'm doing.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he
They called me out
relaxed
for
a few
speedrunning.
moments with some calming new age music.
No, I don't listen to calming new age music. I'm in a speedrun here. Fuck off.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked
Fuck
forward
off.
into the opened passageway.
I'm in a speedrun, this motherfucker's been listening to calming new age music. No. This is literally the worst speedrun I've ever done. There's an elevator section, you get cut off midway, loading screens. So much unskippable dialogue. Like, this is the most painful speedrun I've ever done. No. I know what I'm doing.
Stanley walked
It's
straight
fine.
ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, honestly, this game reminds me of Portal 2. Well, Portal in general, but I have more love for the second one.
What horrible
And just the design and the controls of it.
Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I think all the Portal games, there's 2 of them. 3 technically, if you consider.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Yeah,
Each
Last
bore
Stand
the
is
number
just,
of an
oh
employee
no,
in the building.
Last Stand,
Stanley's
Still Alive.
co-workers.
It's just a port of the
The
first game.
lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
But yeah, I really hope they do Portal 2, the next gen. I don't know what Valve are doing
This
nowadays, so
mind
may not
control
happen.
facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
No,
Had Stanley
Valve don't
really
do
been under
freeze.
someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been
No, it's not that they don't
manipulated
make new
to
games,
accept
they
it
just don't make
blindly?
trilogies.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
And then we had
Wasn't
Half-Life
it?
2.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yeah, but
But here was the proof.
Half-Life,
The heart of the
that was whoever it
operation.
was.
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad.
Yeah, but
or
still,
content.
like, they just don't do trilogies.
Walking, eating,
You only have Portal
working,
2,
all of
Half-Life
it
2,
monitored and commanded from
Left
this
4 Dead
very
2.
place. And as the cold reality of his
Alex
past
doesn't count as a
began to
third
sink
game in the Half-Life series, fuck
Stanley
off.
decided
Yeah. But yeah, they just don't do trilogies. So that's why I don't have faith in Portal 3, so we need to get a port. Not complaining, you know, Portal 2 can get better. Plus I had online as well, so
and a rising
having a
chill of
remaster could really
uncertainty.
boot those servers back up again.
Was it over? Yes. had won.
And now I need to watch
He
the
had
fucking
defeated
slider
the
come down
machine,
again. This is...
unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles
I now know
still
why it's
lay
4 minutes.
unsolved. Where had his
It was a really
co-workers
on-the-nose
gone?
time. I don't remember
How
what it
had
was.
he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange
It was like
building
4
hold?
minutes, 33
As
seconds, I
sunlight
think.
streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not
I'm
knowledge
checking
or
on my
even
phone right now.
power that he had been seeking.
4 minutes, 22 seconds, not
Happiness.
including load times.
Perhaps his
Thank you.
goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell
That's
him
weird.
where to go.
13% of people have not played the game in 10 years.
How to feel.
Literally just came out.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
That's a
It
lot
was
of 8s.
perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
Less people have played the game for a full
Stanley
Tuesday,
stepped through the
which
open
makes
door.
sense. Only 1.6%
Stanley
of
felt
people
the
have actually
cool
played the game
breeze
for a whole
upon his
Tuesday.
skin, the feeling of liberation, the
That makes sense, because there's only been one
possibility of
Tuesday.
the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now,
I think
that
so.
things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I'm doing it right now, I don't know if I did it though. Make it a timer for it. Just so I know. I don't think that was it.
All of his
And
co-workers
away
were
we
gone.
go.
What could it mean?
Then I play through
Stanley
this whole game
decided
again.
to go to the meeting room.
I hope
Perhaps
people
he
like
had
watching
simply
Stanley
missed a
Parable,
memo.
the speedrun. 10 seconds to get to door 415, wasting frames. 1
When
second down
Stanley
PB.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I could have saved a couple of seconds, but that was really it.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
I hope yours is
Stanley
running better than
decided
mine.
to go up to his
Especially when I
boss's
get to like the
office.
meeting room,
Hoping
mine
coming to a
jitters a lot.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Maybe. No, but it's an offline game. If it was an online game, aye.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway.
Fucking asshole.
So please.
I did it the second time, he didn't even let me put the password in. It was just like, yeah, blah blah blah, passwords, all that shit, and just opens the door for me. A minute and I'm in the elevator. If you do it the second time, he just gives it to you. I was about to go to it, and then everything just cut to darkness. Well, might be the third time, because I have done this 3 times, but maybe because I did the speedrun as well. So yeah, if you don't do it that time, then there you go. This is on pace though, I think, despite the jitters. Minute and a half, I'm in the main control facility now. Any percent, here we go.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to
Surely it
himself.
doesn't take me 2
Did he
minutes to
have
get
the
over there,
strength
hit a
to
switch,
find
go up an
out?
elevator and watch a little cutscene.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
I'm pretty
Each
sure I'm gonna
bore
go
the
do
number of an
4:30
employee
next,
in the
and
building.
then I
Stanley's
don't know where I'll go from
co-workers.
there.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them,
I might go do the
eternally monitored in
fucking,
this place where freedom
to avoid
meant nothing.
YouTube copyrights, Sudoku ending on the desk.
This mind control facility,
Where you
it
just
was too
walk out a
horrible
window.
to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really
I don't even know
been
if that's
under
in this,
someone's
I'm pretty sure they
control
took
all
out
this
some endings
time?
and voiced them.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
It'd be good to try though once I'm done with this.
No. He refused to believe
Okay,
it.
yeah, I'm
He
pretty sure this
couldn't
is it.
accept it.
I've
His
got a minute
own
and a half
life
to go
in
up and then
someone
watch the
else's
shutter go down.
control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls
Oh, right, yeah, the
labeled with
facility cover.
emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in,
Got a minute
Stanley
left.
decided...
Hmm? This might be it for me. Actually, no. Shutter does take a long time to come down.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Yeah, it's not going to take 30
Was it
seconds to come
over?
down.
Yes! He had won!
Come
He had defeated the
on.
machine, unshackled himself
This
from
shutter
someone
has 30
else's
seconds to get down.
command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door
I
slowly
don't
opened,
think it's going to
Stanley
work.
reflected on
Is there
how
anything
many
important
puzzles still
that they
lay
mention in the guide?
unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this
What do you mean?
strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had
Wait, so
been
there's like a
seeking,
certain respawn.
but happiness. Perhaps his goal...
Huh. Weird. Okay. That would save enough time. Because I was on like 2:22 and it was almost down.